I got real close. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening, actually. It's 8 p.m. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a while since I've been live. All right, I'm back. I have the stock market club that I'm running, and so it's been taking up a lot of my time. But don't worry, I'm gonna juggle it and be able to give you guys, still give you guys the content from here, still talk to you guys. You don't have to necessarily pay to hear some of this stuff, right? I give plenty of free information out, but there are people who pay for information as well, and I definitely want to make sure that they're taken care of as well. Okay, so excuse my hold on here. You guys get to see a little behind the scenes because this lighting, gotta get the lighting right. My thing is not. Alrighty. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello. I know it's been a while. Sorry, I was trying to get my lighting together here. Alrighty. Hello. What's today? Thursday. Happy Thursday. I know it's been a while. I haven't been on live in a while, but I'm back. I'm back. Okay, today we're going to talk about mistakes that beginner option traders make, okay? Those of you who are in my stock clubs, type in a one if you're in my stock clubs. Type in a one if you gain some value during the free trial, or even if you decided to stay. Type in a one in the chat. I want to hear you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna start at 8:05, true to fashion. I usually start 5 minutes, okay? So while we're waiting for everybody to get on, talk to me, right? Some of you guys on the stock club, let me pull out my phone so I'll be able to see the comments. I see the comments better on the phone than when okay, we got a couple of ones. Okay, beautiful. So I can't, it's funny on the iPad I can't see your comments, but on here I can't. This is why every time, it's so funny because when I watch my competitors, guys, if you're a business owner, you need to study your competitors, okay? You need to know what it is that they're doing because technically they're not really competitors. There's plenty of people out there who need help. There's plenty of people I can help. There's plenty of people my competitors can help. So it's not really competitors, right? Who else is doing what you're doing? Study what they're doing, right? Put your own little sauce into it. So I'll study some of my competitors, and then I'll see that they'll have like the iPad, and then they'll have the computer, and they'll have the phone. And I was wondering, now I get it. I totally get it. It's like, you got to make this thing work, man. It's not like this is like a professional studio. I'm not like in a newsroom where I've got a whole team, right? So I got to make it work. So if I got to read the comments on the phone while I'm talking to you on the iPad, and maybe I'll need a third screen at some point. Okay, awesome. So, those of you who wrote in a one, okay, some of you guys typed in a one. Let me know, what are some things that you learned in the stock club, right? What are some things that you gained from the stock club? What's your favorite part of the stock club? Okay, we're just gonna have a little conversation until 8:05. What's your favorite part of the stock club? I'll tell you what my favorite part is. I know I'm the one who runs it, right? My favorite part is seeing you guys make money, right? Is seeing you guys learn, right? I actually love the fact that I do the webinars. I do the webinars, okay? So I love the fact that you guys all invested. What was that? Oh, some sort of, is that a gray hair, really? Or something. Okay. Oh boy, don't get me started with gray hairs. Yeah, so I love to see you guys learning. It's a different crowd because, you know, the stock club is a paid membership. And so everybody who's there has some sort of accountability. Like, you're paying to be here. So you're going to make sure that you pay attention to this information. You're going to make sure that you learn. It's a whole different mindset, right? Just a little flimsy $150 a month completely changes your mindset because you're paid to be here. You got to get your money's worth, right? Unlike, you know, something that's free that, you know, oh, I'll look at it later. Oh, I'll have time later. Oh, yeah, I know Katiana's going live on this topic. I'll watch it later, or you'll look at the time. I'm guilty of this too. When I say these types of scenarios, guys, I'm speaking to myself too, okay? So I'll look at it and I'll see like it's 40 minutes or it's longer than an hour. I'm like, oh, I don't have time to watch this right now. And then I never end up watching it, right? But if I paid $150 every month, okay, to actually have this stuff, I'm going to make sure I watch that entire video, right down to the very last second, and I'm going to get the education. So that's the point of even charging, guys. It's really that simple. It's the point. And I didn't understand that when I first started trading, right? I would look for the free courses. I would look for YouTube. I would go down that rabbit hole on YouTube, right? I would look for any free webinars or free this, free that, and that's all I would soak up. I'd say, man, if I give her, because all the classes back then were like $8,000, $10,000 to learn. I'm like, man, $8,000. If I pay $8,000 for this course, I could use that and trade. Then I could turn around and I go trade it and I lose the entire $8,000. And I'm like, wow, I really should have just took the course. Like, what was wrong with me? At least in the course, I would have learned how not to lose $8,000, right? So it was a shift in mindset for me too. So I'm not expecting everybody to understand how important it is to invest in yourself and invest in your portfolio, because it took me a very long time to learn that lesson, right? And sometimes you just got to learn things on your own. So I'm not here to force you to invest in a course or invest in my stock club or invest in anything really, right? I'm just teaching you from my mistakes. It wasn't until I paid for a course, and I remember the first course I paid for was with Jeremy Newsom Alexander, okay? I paid for a course for him, and it blew my mind, and I was like, wow, Kat, why did it take you so long to pay for a course? It was little simple things. Like, it's not even that I got like, thousands of dollars worth of value. It was just like little simple things that actually help my portfolio grow with thousands of dollars. So the course ended up paying for itself. It didn't happen right away, but eventually, look at me now. I work with Jeremy. Him and I do courses together, right? All of that started because I decided to click buy, right? So I'm not here trying to sell you on anything, but I'm here to just shift your mindset. Like, if you want this portfolio to give you money, but you're not giving it anything, except like just pressure, like, hey, you better make me money. Hey, portfolio, why are you not making me money? But you're not investing in yourself, and you're not investing in the portfolio by educating yourself, right? By having an accountability partner, by having someone to say, hey guys, did you buy your Ethereum and your Bitcoin this week? Right? If you don't have that type of surrounding, it's going to be hard for you to be successful. Not impossible, because you can do it, right? But it's going to be very hard. I don't know about you, but I did things the hard way for a very long time. I like it on this side, where things are easy, where money comes to me easily, where I don't have to stress out about money. I like this side much better, okay? So you get to choose which side you want to be on, all right? Okay, so it is 8:08. Oh, wow, I went a little over, right? We've got a couple of you on. Alrighty, so the topic of the day is 3 mistakes that beginner options traders make, okay? Now, the reason why I decided to do this live, even though I was thinking in my head, I was like, Kat, you probably should do a live on options first, right? And then do a live on the 3 biggest mistakes, right? But then I thought about it. I said, no, right? If I start with the 3 biggest mistakes, it sets the tone for you. If you don't know anything about options, if you've never heard of an option, you've never seen an option, you don't know anything about anything when it comes to options, right? Knowing these mistakes lays this foundation for you so that when you continue your journey on teaching yourself or taking a course or learning more about options, it's in the back of your head. This live is going to be in the back of your head. Like, I remember when Kat said this happens and that I should avoid that, right? Instead of going deep in it, getting your hands dirty, and then finally saying, oh, wow, Kat, now you tell me. Oh, yeah, you're right. Now you tell me. So I think it's a really good introduction to the topic of options, because I haven't done a free live on options. I've done paid webinars, one with Jeremy. I talk about it on my stock club all day long. I post options trades all day long, right? Just to give you guys, I flood you with different ideas. You decide which one works for you. You do your own analysis and you execute the trade, right? Maybe you'll see something and you say, wow, I didn't think of Facebook today. I didn't even think to look at Facebook today. Kat posted Facebook. Let me look at it, right? Or maybe you're like, I've never even thought to trade AMD. So Kat posted AMD. Let me look at it. And then if it's congruent with my own analysis, then I'll take it, okay? So, let me see what my notes. Okay, not to judge. Okay, so these mistakes that I'm gonna go over. All right, I want a disclaimer. This is not to judge you. Okay, this is not to shame you at all. When I talk about these mistakes, these are mistakes that I have made personally. Okay, all right, because I'm in the trenches with you guys. Right, I trade with you. Right, I started. I used to day trade. I stopped day trading. I don't really day trade as much, but I do trade very often. Okay, so I trade often enough to be able to find ideas to put into the stock club. But by the way, most of you guys in the stock club, you don't need to trade every day. It's not necessary. Find the trade that works with your analysis, the one that's congruent with your analysis. Pick it, stick with it, and that's it. You don't need to take every single trade that I post. Okay, just a little side note on that. So and again, you want to watch this live, right, with a mindset of knowing that no one is immune to mistakes. Okay, and that includes me. That includes Jeremy. That includes, all my other mentors, Ian. That includes everybody. That includes the guy on Wall Street who's managing billions of dollars. That includes Warren Buffett. That includes Ray Dalio. That includes Jeff Bezos. That includes everybody. All right, nobody is immune to mistakes. Now, it's very glamorous for traders, especially people within my space, who are teaching you how to trade, right? Who are teaching you how to trade, who are teaching you how to invest, right? It's great. It's how do I say this, right? It's sexy, it's glamorous to glorify the wins. Like, hey, come over here and you'll make $5,000 in a day. Come over here and you'll make $20,000 in a day. Like, that's very sexy, and it gets you excited to see that. Oh wow, that's possible. I didn't know that was possible. For it to pique your interest enough for you to actually go deeper and learn more about the subject, right? But at the end of the day, that is not reality. Okay, reality is we all make mistakes. So mistake number one that I see beginner investors make, and this is not just with options, guys, this is trading in general. Okay, but let me pause for a second. Okay, trading is short term, investing is long term. Okay, what are the benefits of investing? Well, with investing, you have time and you have compound interest on your side. All right, I'm going to repeat that. Those of you taking notes. When you're investing, you have time and you have compound interest on your side. Kat, what does that mean? Say it in English for me. I don't understand what you're saying, okay? Well, it means if Apple is $145 today, okay, and it drops to $120, and you as an investor, meaning you're planning on holding onto Apple for long term, possibly passing down those shares to your children, right? You will get happy and see a dip and buy Apple at 120, right? But let's say after you buy Apple at 120, it drops even lower to 100. Okay, that's a very strong possibility. I'm not saying that's going to happen. This is not a prediction. It's not a crystal ball or anything. It's just a scenario, right? What's going to happen? You're actually, if you're good, if you're an intelligent investor, right? Profitable investor, intelligent, profitable. If you're an intelligent investor, you will see that this is another opportunity for you to get more shares because you're confident. You did your research. You looked at the fundamental analysis, right? To know that Apple's fundamentals are solid and that a slight dip is nothing to worry about. Type in a 1 in the chat if you guys are with me. Type in a 1 in the chat if you guys are with me, right? You know that when you're investing in a stock, when you're investing long term, all right, meaning you're planning on holding to the stock for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, pass it down to your children, your great-grandchildren, and so on and so forth, right? You know that this is a solid stock. You actually get happy when the stock drops because you get to get more shares at a cheaper price. You guys understand what I'm saying? Okay, type in a 1. Okay, I got some 1s. It's funny, I don't see not one 1 on this iPad, but I see all of them here. So weird, okay? All right, nice. Okay, so if it drops, why do you get happy? You know that eventually this thing's gonna go back up, and you're in this game for 5, 10, 20 years, so you've got all the time in the world to wait for it to go back up, right? When you're investing, right? And then you have that compound interest, that's interest on interest on interest, year after year, and it's exponentially. It's growing, 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 growing. Next thing you know, 10, 20 years later, not even, it shouldn't take you more than maybe 15 years. If you're really disciplined and you put the right amount of money in an account, it should take you no more than 15 years to get to $1 million, minimum $1 million. Okay, some people can do it. I actually did an illustration with one of my clients today. We set a goal where her goal is going to put $5,000 every single month. It's going to take her 7 years to get to $1 million if she does that. Okay, $5,000 every single month in her portfolio. 7 years later, she will be a millionaire. Really that simple. Now, can she be a millionaire before that? Absolutely. She could be a millionaire tomorrow. Right? Her mind is her only limitation. If she decides that she's going to be a millionaire tomorrow, she's going to be a millionaire tomorrow. She's got to work through all of the blockages that she may have for that to happen so fast, but it's possible, right? And so I just got off on that whole tangent. Reel it all back in. The point is, investing, you have time and you have compound interest on your side. When you are trading, this is short term. You do not have time. If you buy Apple at $145 thinking that it's going to go up and it dips to 120, if that doesn't happen within the time frame that you're planning, your trade is lost. That's it. That money is lost, especially with options. So you have to be very mindful, because you don't have time on your side and you don't have a compound interest on your side. What do you need? How can you fill that gap? Okay, let's hear from the audience. How can you fill that gap? When you're trading options and when you're trading short term, and guys, this is with crypto. If you're trading crypto, if you're trading options, if you're trading the actual stocks itself, if you're trading futures, if you're trading Forex, it really doesn't matter. Trading is trading is trading. What is trading? Buy low, sell high on the short term. Buy low, sell high, rinse, repeat. Buy low, sell high, rinse and repeat. Buy low, sell high, rinse and repeat. That's trading. There's no ownership. You don't own anything because you're selling it. If you're selling something, you don't own it. So there's no ownership involved. Investing involves ownership, but you have no ownership. You're just creating cash flow. Okay? Trading is just creating cash flow. So because you don't have time on your side and you don't have compound interest on your side, you could have compound interest. You can if you remain disciplined, but it's a lot harder. Okay? So how can you make up for that? What are some things you can do? Joanne, what's up? What's up? Anybody? Okay, what are some things you can do to make up for the fact that you do not have compound interest or time on your side? You guys are so excited about trading. When I teach you investing, you think it's so boring. You're like, Kat, what do you mean I have to wait 7 years to become a millionaire? What do you mean I gotta wait 10 years, 15 years? I want to trade now. But you don't know anything about trading. You don't know anything about trading. You don't invest in your education. You don't even, and when I say invest in your education, guys, 5 hours of straight YouTube videos and taking notes is investing in your education, right? You didn't invest your money, but you invested your time. Either way, it's an investment. Okay? So if I'm asking you guys, and there's about 20 of you watching right now, if I'm asking you guys, how can you compensate for not having time and not having a compound interest on your side, and you can't give me an answer, you are not ready for trading. You guys want all the trading gains. You want to make $1,000 a day, $5,000 a day. Woohoo! But you don't know anything about trading. Okay? Mistake number one that beginner options traders do is they don't know anything about trading. You see how I did that? You see how I did that? That was slick, right? Mistake number one. All right? Sonia says trade options. I don't think, I'm not sure what, my love, I'm not sure what question you're answering, but the question was, if you do not have time on your side, okay, and you do not have compound interest on your side, what are some things you can do to compensate for that? You said trade options. I'm talking about trading. I'm not sure, maybe we're misunderstanding each other. I'm talking about trading futures, trading Forex, trading options, trading stocks. They're all the same, guys. Trading crypto, it's all the same. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. That's all it is. So I'm not sure. Sonia, go ahead and clarify that answer because I'm not sure what you meant by that. Okay? Right? So mistake number one is that beginner options traders do not invest in their education. They see other option traders like myself and other gurus out there on social media or their friends and family who are doing options, and they see that they're making huge gains, making thousands of dollars in a short period of time, and they want to do the same but don't want to put in the work to educate themselves. Big no-no. Guys, trading is a skill. I'm going to repeat that. I said this in one of my webinars the other day. Trading is a skill. If you were to go and pick up a second job, type in a 2 in the chat. If you were to go and pick up a second job, type in a 2 in the chat, all right? If you were to pick up a second job, would you not need to be trained in that second job? Type in a 2. Type in a 0 if you don't need any training on your second job. You're just going to go in the second job and start making money. Type in a 0 if that's what you think. Type in a 2 if you think, yeah, I'm going to need to go through training. And depending on the job, it could be up to 6 months worth of training. Type in a 2. If you were to get a second job where you were going to supplement your income because you already have one income, right? You're going to get a second job. You're going to have to go through some sort of training. The employer handbook, maybe follow somebody for 2 or 3 days. Yes or no? You guys see where I'm headed with that? Okay? So why are we going through all of this? Why? Because that second job is a source of cash flow for you. That second job, the reason why you're going through this training to learn how to do this second job is because this job is a source of cash flow for you. Type in a 3 in the chat if you guys are with me. Right? Is a source of cash flow. Let's say it's not necessarily your job. Let's say it's a gig of some sort, right? Maybe you want to do DoorDash or maybe you want to bartend. Would you not need to know how to use the app, the DoorDash app, and pick up a few customer service skills? Because I'm sure if you're DoorDashing or you're Ubering, you're in places, you're picking up strangers in strange places. And if you're doing DoorDash, you're dropping food for strangers in strange places. You develop the skill of how to figure out where you are. You develop the communication skill to be able to talk to the person that you're delivering the food to or that you're picking up. All of these are skills that are being exchanged for dollars. Type in a 4 in the chat if you're with me. Type in a 4 in the chat if you're with me. Okay? All of these are skills. If you were to become a bartender, maybe you pick up bartending on weekends. Would you not need to learn how to make a few drinks? You don't need to know every drink out there, but you're going to need to learn how to pour a rum and coke. How much? 2 ounces, whatever it is. You're going to need to learn how to pour the beer. You're going to need to learn how to juggle 5, 6, 7 people taking your order at the same time. These are all skills. Okay, so these things that I just mentioned, right? They're not really hard skills to pick up, right? But the money is kind of equivalent, right? You're not making thousands of dollars doing DoorDash. You're not making thousands of dollars. Well, actually, bartending. Listen, you'll be surprised. I used to be in the restaurant business. You will be surprised, but you're not making tens of thousands of dollars every month bartending, and so the skill matches the compensation. Yes or no? Type in a 5 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Your skill matches the cash flow. Now, obviously, there are people who are underpaid. We're not going to get into that. But essentially, you're not going to get paid $10,000 a month to DoorDash or $10,000 a month to pick up a side gig, right? You could do that with a business, yes. Okay? So if you're expecting $10,000 a month from your portfolio, or $1,000 a day, or $500 a day, or $200 a day in your portfolio, wouldn't it make sense to get some sort of training, some sort of skill to be able to match that compensation? Type in a 1 in the chat if you understand. If I'm expected to make $200 a day while sitting behind a computer, $200 a day, that's $1,000 a week, that's $4,000 a month extra. Can you expect to be compensated $4,000 a month extra for sitting pretty? Sitting out there looking pretty? I mean, I know I look pretty. Okay? But I got skills to back it up. And that's why I could get paid the big bucks. That's why my cash flow is flowing. It's flowing. It's flowing. Because I have the skill. I put in the time. I put in the investments. Okay? So when I say investments, guys, I'm not talking about buying a course. Don't sit here. Don't think that I'm here yelling at you guys about not buying courses or anything like that. That's not what this conversation is about. Pretend that I don't even sell courses. Take me out of the picture. Okay? We're not talking about me. We're talking about you investing your time into obtaining the proper skills for you to pay yourself $10K a month, $20K a month, $1,000 a day. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Type in a 1 if you're picking up what I'm putting down. You cannot expect to make $1,000 a day, $400 a day. Just give it to me. I don't need to take a course. Oh, I'm going to pay $400 for a course. I could just buy an option for $400. Well, what happens when that option loses money? And then the next one loses money. And the next one loses money. And the next one, because you don't know what you're doing. Well, that was the point of even trading options in the first place. Make sense? Okay. So mistake number 2. So mistake number 1 is not investing in your education. Actually, before I move on to mistake number 2. So what does investing in your education look like? Obviously a course, right? Taking notes, reading. There's no books on options there are books on options, but you can't really learn options through books, but you can learn about the market. You can learn about the psychology of investors. That is very big. Because when you're looking at the chart, you're just looking at fear and greed. Fear and greed. Fear and greed. Fear and greed. That's all you're looking at. And if you can understand fear and greed, meaning you understand yourself. If you understand yourself, you understand humanity. Because you're human. Guys, we're a lot more alike than we are different. Think, as a matter of fact, a little side note. Think about every feeling that you've ever felt, anything that you've ever been through. Think about it. There's a song written about it. Think about it. Everything that you've ever felt in your life, every situation that you've ever been in, there's either a song or a movie or something from someone else about it. A poem or something, or a TikTok video or something, a meme or something. Because we're all connected. We're all the same, guys. I am you, you are me. So if I can understand me, I can understand you. Type in a 2 in the chat if you guys get that. If I can understand me, that means I can understand the world. I can understand you. That is investing in your education. Understanding market psychology. Understanding investor psychology. Understanding market cycles. Pick up a book. Kat, what are some books on options? How about a book on human behavior? How about a book on market cycles? How about a book on understanding yourself? Okay? That's number 1. Go get a book. Get a book on market psychology. If I could give you any tip, get a book on market psychology, investor psychology, and market cycles, all of that. Get inside the trader's mind. Get inside the guys on Wall Street, because they're the ones who are running the show. You're just a part of the show. You're just out here. You're just in there, and you're looking at what they're doing, and you're just doing exactly what they're doing, so you can get your little 10, 20, 30K a month, whatever it is that you're looking for, 100K a month, and go about your business, because they've got trillions of dollars. I'm not here to try to fight trillions of dollars. I'm here to get what I need to help my community. And now my community and I together can fight those trillions of dollars. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? We're not here to beat Wall Street. We're not here to, I found the shortcut. I know. We're not here for all of that. We're here to understand how these guys on Wall Street think and how they behave, so that we can duplicate that, make our money, bring it back to our family, take care of it. I just lost all the comments. No, okay. What's going on? Is something, oh Lord, is something up with the internet? Maybe the government. See, this always happens. Every time I'm spitting truth, every time I'm spitting the truth, this always happens. Let me see if I can see. Oh, okay, I'm starting to see the comments now. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. The comments like completely left. Frozen for a while. Yeah. The comments completely left. I guess I was spitting too much truth. That always happens. Whenever I go deep like that, it always happens. It's like the feds are like, all right, Kat, you're doing too much. You're telling them our secrets. Stop it. I'm not going to stop until my community wins. Let's go, Black people. Let's go. We can do this. We're here to build generational wealth. Let's get rid of these money blockages, right? Let's stop with all the same, I'm getting emotional. I can't even talk. We have the same horrible habits with money, horrible stories with money. Oh, money is taboo. Ooh, we don't talk about money. Ooh, no, let's stop all of that. Let's stop all of that. Let's get together. Let's be patient. Let's be disciplined, right? Let's get our portfolios. Imagine there's 5,000 people in this group. Imagine not all of them are going to win, right? We can't expect that. Imagine 3,000 out of the 5,000 in the group actually take this seriously and build $1 million portfolios. Imagine the power that we have now, guys. This is why I do what I do. So the government can sit here and pause me and all of that. That gets me even routed up because now I know I'm really doing something. Stop trying to take shortcuts, guys. Stop it. Stop trying to take shortcuts. Go to YouTube, pick up a book, go to YouTube, spend hours. If you don't want to pay for a course, that's okay. I didn't pay for a course for a long time. But guess what? I spent hours on YouTube. Hours and hours. I remember one time I told someone I taught myself how to day trade. They said, what? You taught yourself how to day trade? How did you do that? Because they couldn't fathom not actually taking a course or having the guidance of someone else. They couldn't fathom that. And of course that person was not in my community because my community, we need shortcuts. We need things handed to us. We need that quick, fast money. We need it now. Oh, I'm not making money fast enough. Oh, I'm going to go to the next project. And you never stick to anything. And next thing you know, 10 years later, you're in the same situation that you were 10 years ago. Because you're busy chasing fast money. And when I say you, I'm speaking to me. Because I don't even see you guys. All I see is me. This is a reflection of me. I'm speaking to me because I made those same mistakes as well. You know how many projects I started and didn't finish? Oh, this is it. This is the one. This is the one. This is going to get me $1 million. And then I try to drag my entire friends and family into it. I've made all the mistakes, guys. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I've did all the MLMs. I've done listen. All right. Anyways, back to the topic. Okay. Mistake number one is that I actually didn't even have that in, is that you beginner investors try to take shortcuts and they do not invest in themselves. Right? So pick up a book, spend some time on YouTube, spend some time reading articles, ask questions, go join these types of groups. This is not the only investment groups. There are Black investor groups all over Facebook. This is the best one. I'm not gonna lie. That is not a lie. This is the best one. I'm part of all of them. And the only other one, there's one other one that may be that may compete with me, but I'm not gonna say it because I'm not trying to throw smoke or anything like that. But there's one other one. But this is the best one. But anyways, join other ones. Ask questions. Ask people in the group. Okay? All right. Mistake number 2, okay? Take the stairs, not the elevator. Yes, exact, period. I love it. Okay, awesome. Mistake number 2 is that beginner options traders put way too much pressure on their portfolio. I said it. Way too much pressure. They feel like options, they discover options and they think, when I say they, I mean me too, because I was they. Okay, I. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to start speaking in I. So that you guys don't think that I'm yelling at you or that I'm shaming you or putting you down. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to speak the truth that we're hiding, the truth that we put in the back of our head, the truth that we try to ignore. I'm bringing it to the forefront because it needs to be addressed. If it's not addressed, there will be no progression. That's why if you ignoring the truth actually would land you to where you want to be, you would already be there, right? If you ignoring the truth, the elephant in the room, If you ignoring that was actually going to bring you success, you would already had the success that you're looking for. Okay? So what's insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So we've been ignoring these elephants in the room for a long time, and we haven't gotten any results. Well, maybe we should try something different. I'm just saying. Maybe that's insane. I don't know. Maybe trying something different. Maybe that's insanity. Okay? All right, cool. So stop put number 2. Okay, mistake number 2 that I made. Okay, I'm gonna start speaking right? That I made was that I put way too much pressure on my portfolio. Way too much pressure. I needed my portfolio to give me $200 a day. That needed to happen. It had to happen, or else, oh my God, I'm a failure if it doesn't happen. Breathe. Type in the chat, how many sources of income do most millionaires have? Type in the chat. How many sources of income do most millionaires have? Type it in the chat. Okay. Lauren. Hi, Lauren. You must be new. I haven't seen you before. We sure have. Shanika, 7. Shanika says 7. Does everybody agree? Okay. Oh, now I see. Oh, Joanne with the Haitian flag. I see Shelly. We're coming. We're coming. All right. It's not going to happen overnight, but we're working. Okay. We're working. Let's go. Economic power, man. It's an economic battle. That's the only way to win is to fight economically. All that other stuff is, I'm not going to get political. Anyways. Alrighty. Okay. All right. So Shanika, everybody says 7. Okay. 7. Somebody said 5. Okay. Yeah. It could be 5. It could be 2. It could be 3, but it's definitely more than 1. Right? It's definitely more than 1. If you got one thing giving you millions of dollars, then you're cutting your what's the word I'm looking for? You're doing yourself a disservice by just leaving it that one thing. Because if that one thing is gone by whatever means, then that's it. Your whole thing is gone, right? So you got to not only diversify your portfolio, but you also want to diversify your cash flow as well. Okay? Write this in your notes. Those of you writing notes. Cash flow is king. Not cash is king. I actually got this from Jeremy Newsom. Okay? I'm going to quote him. That is not my original thought. That is not my original saying. It is from Jeremy Newsom Alexander. He says cash flow is king. Not cash. Because you've heard cash is king. It's just it's shorter and it's sweeter, right? It sounds better. It rolls off the tongue better. But it's actually cash flow is king. So what does that mean, Katiana? Explain to me what cash flow is king means. Well, picture a basin. And I talked about this in one of my webinars on the Stock Club, okay? All right? Picture a basin. You've got a basin. Do I have a basin? Oh, I have this here. It's a bottle. I always have a bottle of water just randomly. Just random, okay? Right? Picture this bottle of water, right? Imagine you just got one source that's filling it. And that source is really, the water is running really low pressure. It's going to take a long time to fill it up. Type in a 1 if you guys are with me. All right? Type in a 1 if you guys are with me. Okay? If I have let's see if I have, do I have anything else? I need to bring props next time. I need to bring props. Okay, so if what was I saying? Yes, if the pressure, right, is really slow, it's gonna take a while for this whole thing to fill up. Okay, what if you have two streams going in, but both of them are really slow? It's gonna go a little faster, right? Now picture a third one, still small pressure. All 3 of them are small pressure. Okay, now it's gonna fill up faster. All right. Now, let's say, so this is a small water bottle, right? Let's say you've got one source of income and the pressure is high. It's filling it up so fast that you need a bigger container, right? But then you get a big old container. Imagine having that one really high pressure, and then you've got a second one really high pressure, a third one really high pressure. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? Is this making sense? Type in a 1 if this is making sense. Okay, this is making sense? Okay. So if your only source of income is your job right now, or your business, or you're self-employed, whatever, you only have one source of income, and you're expecting your options portfolio to somehow be that big stream and you're not investing in your education, you're setting yourself up for failure. It's going to take a long time to fill up that basin. It's going to take a long time. And that's by design. That's not because you're doing something wrong. That's not because, oh my God, this is not working out, let me move on to the next. No, it's just it's just natural. That's the nature. If you have a big basin and you need to fill it up with water, and all you have is one tuyau, in Creole we said tuyau, faucet, right? All you have is one faucet with high pressure, and then you have a little one with another one with little pressure. It's still gonna take a long time. But imagine if you have 7 faucets. Is that basin not going to be filled up a lot faster? So all of that to say is stop putting so much pressure on your options. You guys are trying to live off of your options portfolio and you only have 10 grand. I'm not here to put it, actually bring that back. I wanted to live off of my options portfolio and all I had was 10 grand. How could I possibly have 10 grand? Put all that pressure on 10 grand to literally feed me for the rest of my life or to feed me for the rest of the year. That is delusional. I was delusional. Not only am I stopping the 10 grand from growing into hundreds and hundreds of thousands because I'm putting so much pressure on it to feed me and pay my rent. Not only that, but what happens when that 10 grand, what happens when I do 2 or 3 trades that are not successful? Because, hey, losing is part of the game, guys. Losing is part of the game. I was trying to look at my notes real quick, make sure I'm on time. Let me see, how am I doing on time? Okay, we're good. Losing is part of the game. So what happens when I do 2 or 3 bad trades? Now my 10 grand is no longer 10 grand. It's now 7 grand. It's now 2 grand. What now? Well, Kat, I don't have 10 grand. I've got 50 grand. I've got 100 grand. Still the same thing. How could you possibly allow your portfolio the breathing room to get to those multiple 7, 8-figure digits if you're trying to live off of it and putting all that pressure on it? That's not fair to the portfolio. And the same energy that you put in is the same energy you're going to get out. Guys, I've said this before in one of my lives. Money is energy. It is simply energy. A dollar, I don't have a physical dollar, but a dollar is just a dollar because you believe in it. That's it. It's not backed by gold anymore. It's not backed by silver. It's not backed by anything except your faith. So if it's backed by my faith, then my faith can create more of it. Yes or no? Type in a 1 if you guys understand. I always get spiritual with these, but we have to. I can't escape that discussion. If this is a piece of faith, and all I need is faith, then my faith can create more and more and more. Money is energy, guys. Treat it accordingly. I've got this light here. I've done this in another light. If I put this light too close to my face here, that's not giving you the clarity that you're looking for. This is what you guys are doing to your portfolio. Because the light is energy, yes or no? Type in a 2 in the chat. Type in a 2 if you understand that light is energy. This is a current. There's an electrical current going through this here and it's being focused right here on my forehead. That is energy. All of it is energy. Your money is the same thing. Put the energy that you want from your portfolio, because everything in the laws of physics, which was created by our ancestors, by the way, not Isaac Newton, but you guys know it on your textbooks as Isaac Newton. He's not the originator of that thought. Little history lesson for you. That thought originated in Africa, West Africa actually, by the Dogon tribe in West Africa, okay? Energy is never created or lost. Because remember, Money is energy, yes or no, right? So energy is never created or lost. It is simply transferred. This, when I turn off this light here, all right, the light is not destroyed. It is simply transferred somewhere else. And so the same energy that you put into your portfolio, the laziness, the cutting corners, the putting too much pressure, guess what? That's transferred right back to you. Right back to you. The portfolio's like, hold up, that's a lot of pressure. Hold up, you don't know what you're doing. What are you doing? Hold up, you didn't put any effort or any skill into this. So I'm going to give you those same negative results. Type in a 1 if you guys understand that. The same energy, type in a 1, the same energy you put into your portfolio is the same energy you're going to get back. How many times you guys walk into a room and you're all cheery, right? You're all cheery and you're like, good morning, everybody. And then you get this one person that gives you an attitude. Doesn't that immediately shift your mood? Type in a 3 in the chat. How many times have you been in a good mood, but someone comes in with their negativity and now you're like, oh, heck no. What? Right? And you're ready to give them that same energy back. I'm guilty. Or the opposite, where you're down, you're feeling down, you're like, you're not really feeling, and then you get to see someone like myself, all giddy. Like, hey guys, you ready to invest? And then you're like, okay, I was feeling down, but okay, I guess I'm ready. Right? Because that energy is transferred to you guys. I know I take it spiritual, but this is reality. These are universal laws. It doesn't matter what your faith is. It doesn't matter what you believe. These are universal laws that we see every day. Right? When someone is happy and happy, that's why we love going to concerts. That's why we love going to games, because the energy is so contagious. Everybody's cheering for that team, like, yeah, let's go. And you're feeling it and you're on cloud 9. That energy is being transferred to you. So imagine giving that energy to your portfolio. Right? Imagine giving that energy, the same energy that you have when you go see Beyonce. I need to stop saying you. When I go see Beyonce, when I go to Kanye West, yes, I love Kanye West. Don't judge me, judge mommy, okay? Right? I love me some Kanye West, and I'm on cloud 9, and I know all the words to the song, and the person next to me knows the words, and we're bopping together, and he's a stranger, I'm a stranger, but we're vibing together because we feel the music, and we're on cloud 9. Imagine giving your portfolio that same energy. Imagine giving your spouse that same energy. Imagine giving your children that same energy. Imagine giving your boss, your coworkers that same energy. Guess what? You're going to get that same energy back. Type in a 5 if you guys get me. Same thing on the opposite end. If you're like, oh, me mugging everybody, like, yeah, whatever, cat. Yeah, okay, I hear you. But how do I make money, though? You sat here and you talked for an hour. You didn't tell me how to make money. What are you going to get back? You're not going to get anything back. You're going to get that same negative. You're going to see red on your portfolio. And you're going to wonder why. Because you're like this. Like, I was going to go study. I was going to watch this YouTube video, but it's 40 minutes long, man. That's too long. Man, Kat is she's charging what? How much for that course? I could have just bought an option. What do you think's going to happen with your portfolio? All right? Moving on, okay? Mistake number 3 is getting attached to results. Okay? Mistake number 3 is getting attached to results. Guys, here's a statistic for you, okay? Most traders are right 50% of the time. If you're a skilled trader, if you know a little something, if you're at the beginner level, you know a little something about chart reading, you know a little support and resistance, you know a little moving averages, you know a little RSI, MACD, just a little bit. You'll be right 50% of the time. But did you know that even with 50%, even if you win only 50% of the time, that you can still be consistently profitable? Did you know that? Just understand that losing is part of the game. Once you understand that losing is part of the game, it releases so much pressure. Katiana, I'm talking to myself, right? Kat, when I understand That losing is part of the game. I just move on to the next. Oh, this one didn't work out. Moving on to the next. This one didn't work out. Moving on to the next. Okay? Most traders, right, are right 50% of the time. Now, if you know a little something, if you have a little bit of experience, you could do better. You could do 60%, 60-40, or you could do 70-30. If you're in the 70-30 range, you know something. You've done the work. You invested in your portfolio. You invested in yourself, whether that was a course, whether that was hours of studying, whether that was a mountain of books, whether it was a combination of all of it. Another thing, by the way, guys, investing in yourself is practicing. In my options program, in my 14-week options program, it is a requirement that all my students do 200 trades. 200 trades. I didn't stutter. 200 trades. Why? Because experience will teach you way more than I can ever, that me, Jeremy, that Ian, that anybody, that Warren Buffett, that Ray Dalio, that anybody could ever teach you. Experience is the best teacher. So if you're doing 200 trades, they do it in like a fake account, by the way, right? We're not doing 200 trades, practice trades with our real money, okay? So just to kind of ease your mind on that, right? 200 trades. That's part that goes back to number one, investing in your portfolio. Get those reps in. Get it in. You can't expect to have what is this one called? I was gonna say 6-pack. That's not a 6-pack, right? You can't expect to have like a ripped arm by just sitting here like, hey, where's my ripped arm? She's been talking for an hour. Where's my ripped arm? Like, why is this not ripped? Why is this not like? Because you didn't do anything. You didn't put those reps in. Okay? All right, I got sidetracked. So going back to mistake number 3, understand that losing is part of the game. Move on. Katiana, I'm speaking to myself, right? Stop getting emotional over losses, because this is what happens. Okay? You're so sure that this trade was going to work. It didn't work out. You get emotionally attached. You hold on for I hold on for too long. I keep saying you because I'm speaking to me, right? I hold on for too long. Okay? And then I lose a bunch of money, and then I'm sad about this losing a bunch of money. Meanwhile, I've got 3 other opportunities that could have made me some money that I missed out on because I was so busy crying about this one. By the time I'm done crying, I find another one, and I'm still low-key kind of hurt about that one. So I'm not really thinking clearly. I'm not really making decisions. I have something to prove because I just lost money. I have to prove. I have to make this back. I got to make this back. I know I'm speaking your truth because I'm speaking mine. I was guilty of this too. For a very long time, guys. For a very long time. It took me a long time to break out of that. And once I finally broke out of that, I was like, wow, Kat. It was really that easy. All you had to do was invest in your portfolio. Put in the work. Put in those reps. Get someone to hold you accountable. Spend the time on YouTube, okay? All right, that was mistake number 3. There is a bonus. Actually, I have, for some reason, I thought I wrote 5, but I guess I only wrote 3. So I have 2 bonus ones for you, okay? Which leads to the lack of risk management. I started posting a whole bunch of options trades, and a lot of them were profitable. And of course, there are some that were not profitable. That's part of the game, right? Whether it's me, whether it's Jeremy, whether it's Warren Buffett, whether it's Ray Dalio, whether it's, what's that guy, Kramer, whether it's Kathy Wood, there's going to be trades that are not profitable. And so I realized that a lot of you guys were still not having trouble becoming profitable. And I said, wait a minute, there's no risk management going on. Okay? Lack of risk management. The mistake that I see beginner options traders do is they risk way too much on one trade. Oh, this is a short bet. This thing's bullish, man. I'm buying a call. Let's go. I'm dropping 10K on this. Whoa, what happens when that goes wrong? What happens in that 30% time when it goes wrong? Or that 50% time it goes wrong? You just threw away 10 grand. But you were crying about paying a couple $100 for a course. Make it make sense. True story. All right, she's not my student. And I don't really think I would want her as a student. Because at the end of the day, I want students who are serious. I want students who are going to actually make money. Because guess what? I can show you off and we can make money together and we can really change our community together. So I'm looking for people who are serious. I don't work with everybody. I used to work with everybody because I was just happy to work with someone. I was just happy to be able to send an invoice so I could pay my bills. But I'm no longer there, guys. I don't need to work with anybody. All right? So I'm very picky. So anyways, back to the story, right? Her and I were supposed to work together like about a year ago almost, right? Strung me along. And then she was part of my stock club, and there was a trade that I posted. And of course, that was part of the 30% that didn't work out. It is what it is, guys. That's part of it. And then she was crying about how she put so much money on that trade, and now she doesn't have enough money to pay for the stock club and this and that. You were crying about my prices, but you just lost like triple, quadruple that same amount on one trade. Make it make sense. Yes, I'm calling you out if you're watching this. I am calling you out. Actually, I'm calling myself out because I was guilty of doing the same thing. I was guilty of it. Yes, I passed down an $8,000 course. I remember that. I said, what? $8,000 for a course? I could take that $8,000 and trade. I went and took that $8,000 and traded, and I lost all of it. Obviously, I made it back eventually. That's why I'm here with you. You gotta take risk management seriously. There is no reason to risk more than you're willing to lose. Only risk what you're willing to lose. If losing $200 is gonna hurt you, is gonna hurt your finances, is gonna put you on the street, you should not be trading with $200. You should not buy a call for $200. If $1,000 is gonna put you on the streets, don't use your daycare money, your rent money, all of the money that you can't afford to lose. The worst thing you could do is trade with that. That is pure gambling. You might as well go to Vegas. You'll have a good old time. You'll have some margaritas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and that is way more fun. And you'll probably win probably the same amount of money. The same chances that you have on Vegas, you have in gambling your portfolio. Only risk what you're willing to lose. Type in a 1 if you guys get that, okay? That's the bonus mistake. Only type in a 1 if you guys get that. Okay? Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, Shanique, I saw a 1, okay? Only trade what you're willing to lose. The last one is getting too cocky. Okay, same thing. We talked about getting emotionally attached to losses, right? Well, let's not get emotionally attached to wins either. Ooh, I just made $4,000. Oh my God. I know what I'm doing. Let's go, baby. Y'all can't stop me. Let's go. I'm going all in on this one because this one worked out so well. I'm going to go all in. Remember that 70-30. That's 70-30. Or for if you're a super beginner, 50-50. Don't get too cocky. Because once you get cocky, all of that risk management that I just talked about is out the window because you're sure. This is a sure bet. This thing is gonna go up. Nobody can tell me nothing. And then it goes down. And now you lost $5,000. And now you lost $4,000. And now you lost $10,000. And now you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. And then you give up. Well, actually, I keep saying you. And then I give up. And I don't do this anymore, and I stop investing as well. Because, if you give up on trading, you're most likely going to give up on investing. And all of that preaching about compound interest, all that preaching about remaining disciplined, all that preaching about staying 7, 10, 20 years, sticking with it to become a millionaire, all that down the drain. Okay? So these are actually all mistakes. All of these 5, for some reason I thought I wrote 5. So when I was getting ready for this live, I had 5. So we'll just change it to 5, right? These are all mistakes that I have made, guys. I'm not here yelling at you. I'm not here bringing you down. I'm not doing any of that, right? I am here telling you, please, por favor, s'il vous plaît, please, do not make the same mistakes I did. Okay, some of you guys actually need to make those mistakes that I did. That is actually the way you're going to learn because that's how I learned. That's how I learned. I learned because I used to like to learn things the hard way. It's funny because my parents would tell me that, and I would just brush it off because they're my parents. They told me that once, like, Kat, you like to learn things the hard way, huh? You like this. Some of you guys are just like I was. You like to learn things the hard way. That's the only way you're gonna learn, and that's okay. As long as you're learning it. Once you learn it, let's go. You ready? Okay, I'm gonna let you learn this. Okay, but I'm gonna keep going because I don't have time to wait for you to learn this. I already went through this. Everything you're going through right now, I already went through it. So if you want to stay there and learn it all on your own and let experience and let life and all the mistakes teach you, you go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna fault you for it, but I'm gonna keep on going with all the ones that are ready to go with me. And when you're finally ready to catch up, trust me, the door will always be open for you because I am here for the community. I am here for my entire family, my future children, and my children's children, and I am here for my community. So yes, if you have to go through all these mistakes to actually learn, that's okay because I will still accept you. I will still accept you if you need my guidance. I will still accept you. Maybe the rest of the world wouldn't because the rest of the world was fed up by telling you, hey, stop doing this. Hey, stop doing it. But I will still accept you. Okay? Because I was once you. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. Any questions? That's pretty much it. That's it for tonight. That's it. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Excuse me. I see a lot of so trues. I got to rewatch this because the comments are all over the place. I don't even know like what's what. So go ahead and write your questions. I'm going to give you guys about a minute. Go ahead and write your questions. Write your questions. All right. Any questions? All right. Any questions or comments? Okay. All right. So I'll take this opportunity. All right. You're welcome, Jerusha. Those of you who are interested in joining the stock club. Okay. Oh, sorry. Somebody just texted something. I was trying to read it if somebody was trying to call me, okay? Those of you who are interested in joining the stock club, okay? What is the stock club? It's a community of investors very similar to this, right? But this is a paid version, all right? So you get actual stock picks with prices. You get a list of stocks twice a month, right? That I'm invested in and the prices that I'm getting in, okay? All right? You also get a list of cryptocurrencies that come across my desk. Right? You get reminders like, hey, it's time to buy crypto. Hey guys, by the way, it's time to buy. Hey guys, right? You get that accountability, right? You also get free webinars whenever I feel like teaching something, or if I'm seeing the comments and I see a need, then I think of something. I'm like, all right, guys, we're hopping on a webinar on Monday. Impromptu webinar. Everybody hop on. Because you've already paid to be here, so you don't need to pay for another webinar, right? You get access to all those webinars. And you also get access to news articles if something's happening. So for example, right now, Microsoft is shooting through the roof, right? Do you know why? I'm not going to give it away. It's on my stock club, okay? All right, so you get news articles, all of that. And then everybody's favorite, all right? This is everybody's favorite, right? You get option play ideas to give you that quick cash flow for your portfolio to give it a boost, okay? Now, remember this 70-30. 70-30, 50-50. For new beginners, 70-30. So these option plays, right, should be taken with risk management and do not get attached to the results. You win one, great. We're one step closer to $1 million. That's it. You celebrate for a little bit like, yes, this one worked. All right. So now you study. Why did it work? Why did this work? What happened? Was it above all the moving averages? Was it this? Was it that? Was it support? Was it at resistance? Was the volume this? All right. This worked this time. Let's duplicate the same strategy on the next trade and see if that works. Oh, it worked again? Okay. Now I have some confidence. All right. Let's try it a third time. Oh, it worked again? Great. That's what the options ideas are for. It's not meant for you to just blindly follow it. It's meant to give you ideas that you didn't think of. All right. And then you hop in. People love that. The stock club, everybody loves that. Because when you make money, you get to learn while you earn. Okay. So all of that. If you're interested, type in me. Type in me on the chat so I can differentiate. Because I know I said type 1, all of that. Type in me. me, and I will send you the link so you can have your free trial. Now, if you've already had your free trial, you've already been removed from the stock club, and so it's not going to let you back in until you actually pay. So if you guys were part of the free trial and you were like, I can't afford it right now, whenever you're ready to get back in, just send me a message, right? Just reach out to me and I will gladly put you back in once the 150 is paid, okay? But those of you who haven't done your free trial yet, go ahead and type me and I will put you in the stock club. Let me check. I don't see any comments. Someone says, what's the answer to the question? I'm sorry, Martine, my love. I don't see the comments from earlier because it froze for a little bit. Can you ask that question again, please? I'm not sure what question you're asking. Martine, Tatiana, can you send me a link for the app, please? What app? Shanika, what app, my love? What app? Stock Club is a very good investment for the price. Yes, thank you, Sonia. Thank you. That was a great review. I'm going to screenshot that and post it, okay? Thank you. Okay. Dory, no problem. I'm going to send you the link. Martine, if you're still on, can you ask your question again, my love? Because it got lost in the comments. Let me see if I can find it here. Because the comments, I see. Okay. Yeah, the comments stopped right when I got frozen. The comments all stopped. Oh, wait. Ooh. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, these are all indefinitely coming. Okay, yeah, I don't see it, my love. Can you ask it again? I'm sorry, the comments. Can you, to the stock? I thought you were, Shanika, are you not in the stock club? I thought you paid. Let me check my stuff. Okay, I'll reach out to you. I thought you were already in that stock club. I could have sworn I saw you pay an invoice. Okay, all right, cool. I'll send that link. Okay. Stock club is a phenomenal investment for the price. Okay. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Sonia. Thank you for that. Okay, I did pay. What happened? You got kicked out or something? We'll talk. Shanika, we'll talk, okay? We'll talk. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I don't see any questions. Well, just to wrap up, the first mistake, I didn't even write it down. Oh, not investing in your education. What does investing in your education mean? Actually putting in the time. Picking up a book on investor psychology, right? Picking up a book on market psychology. Picking up a book on money management, right? Picking up a book on wealth building. Picking up a business book because your portfolio is like a business, right? Okay, it also looks like watching YouTube videos, right? Hours after hours, taking copious notes. It also looks like getting your hands dirty, going out there, get those practice trades in, make those mistakes on a paper account, lose some money. When you lose money, you learn way more than when you win money. Because that loss, even though I say not to get emotional, it still hurts a little bit. Somebody had wrote that on the comments, right? It still hurts a little bit. But it hurts to be able to teach you, okay? Mistake number 2 is putting way too much pressure on your portfolio. Way too much. Stop forcing your portfolio to feed you and to feed your kids. Stop it. If you already have $1 million portfolio, then yes, absolutely. That's what the $1 million is here for. Is to feed you and your kids, right? That's the whole point. But if you're working with less than 250K, if you're working with less than 250K, it is not the time to live off of your portfolio. It is time to grow it and get it to 250K, half a mil, a mil, and multiple 7, 8 figures, and then live off of it. Okay. Number 3, getting attached to the results. Guys, 50-50. You win 50% of the time, you lose 50% of the time. And if you get better at it, you win 70% of the time and you lose 30% of the time. That's just numbers. That's probabilities. That's nature. There's nothing you can do about it. So stop getting emotional. Move on. Now, if you're starting to lose 70% of the time and win 30% of the time, then there's something wrong. And that's probably because you didn't invest in your education. Okay? So 70-30, 50-50. That's just the facts of life. And then the fourth mistake, bonus mistake, right, is the lack of risk management. Only trade what you can afford to lose. If you have the proper risk management, you will consistently be profitable even if you're wrong half the time. I'm going to repeat that. You can consistently be profitable even if you're wrong half the time. How? With proper risk management. We are not here to predict what's going to happen next. We're here to manage our risk. I'm going to repeat that one more time. You can be consistently profitable, meaning grow your portfolio to multiple 6, 7, 8 figures while being wrong half the time. I'm going to say it one last time so it could sink in. You can be consistent. You can build a multiple 6, 7, 8 figure portfolio while being wrong half the time. How? With proper risk management. Okay? And then the last mistake is getting too cocky. That actually ties into risk management. You win. Remember, that's 70-30, 50-50. You win some. Okay, that's just part of it. You win. Great. I'm glad. Now I'm one step closer to my goal. You win. Now I'm glad. I'm one step closer to my goal. Moving on. Don't get too cocky. I know it gets exciting to see green. I love seeing green on my portfolio. It makes me feel good. Okay? I got green on my background here, okay? So it's great. But I'm not going to hold on to it 5 years later. Oh, yeah, remember that one trade I won? What about all the trades that you lost? What happened to those? Okay, so moving on, okay? All right, guys, that's it. I don't see any more questions. San says, okay, Martine, there you go. It was a question you asked before about trading. I was trying to answer. Time not on my side and money is low. What is the best approach? I guess the answer is the bullet points. Yes, absolutely. Okay, yes. Good job. Good. Thank you for that. It reel it back in, right? Because I tend to go off on different tangents, right? Right. So how can you, if you do not have time on your side, right, and you don't have compound interest on your side, okay, how can you compensate for that? Hey, invest in your education. Develop a skill. Strengthen your skill. Understand psychology. Don't put too much pressure on your portfolio. All right? Don't get too attached. And the real answer, all of that ties into risk management. That's the answer. Risk management. In investing, it's really hard to mess up investing, guys. It's really hard. All you have to do is literally buy the same couple of stocks and ETFs every month, and you will make $1 million. The hardest part with investing is remaining consistent. When the market is down, like right now, crypto is down. Half of you guys haven't touched crypto since crypto's been down. Big mistake. This is the time to buy crypto. Not your rent money now, okay? Not your kids' daycare money now, right? Money that you can afford to lose. This is the time. I post that on my stock club all the time. Hey guys, Bitcoin's this, Ethereum's this. Did y'all get yours this week? This is the time. So that's the hardest part with investing is when the market's down, you know, your emotions are down. You're like, oh, does this even work? Maybe I'll skip this month. And then next thing you know, your portfolio's just sitting right where it was 5 years ago because you stopped, right? That's the only way to really mess it up. But if you stay consistent, there are people out there who know nothing about investing who are millionaires. Why? Because they have a 401k or a 403b or their parents. Hint, we don't have that luxury in our community. Their parents taught them or started one for them. And next thing you know, they got hundreds if not millions of dollars in a portfolio. And they know nothing about investing. So investing's not hard. Trading is a skill. And the biggest skill that you're going to learn while trading is risk management. Thank you, Martine, for bringing that together, all right? Thank you. That was the better conclusion, all right? Thank you. All right, so that's pretty much it. I bought all the dips. Yes, KK, that's what I'm talking about. Keep buying the dips, okay? This is not investment advice, right? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm teaching you what you can do, okay? All right, guys, that's pretty much it. All right, Martine, thank you. All right, guys, yeah, I've talked your ears off too long. I know this was the first live I've done in a while. I know you guys missed me. I missed you guys. I actually like this group. I really do. But I just had to get things situated. So I'll be back, okay? All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.